Hi everyone, I hope you're all safe and well. I thought we'd start today's video. I'm just out here in the royal room. It's where I keep all the royal pythons. We've got a breeding rack, the incubator down there, and a few different size racks that I've built over the years. So first of all, I just wanted to point out that we've got quite a few empty enclosures. They all need a good clean out and stuff, but yeah, we've got a few empty enclosures that we need to get something into. Definitely looking at getting some more tarantulas to go into these. So any thoughts on what I should get, feel free to leave me a comment with your favourites or what you think would be a good collection or what you think you'd like to see some videos done on. Just while we're in here, see if anyone wants to say hello. Oh, there we go. Beautiful young pastel clown female. You get to see all the royal pythons at some other stage, so hopefully over the next there you go, classic pokey poster. Hopefully over the next sort of 8 months, as we start moving in towards the end of the year, do a little bit of brumation with the snakes, get them up ready for breeding season, and sort of come around about Christmas time we'll start doing some pairings. So hopefully you guys will get to see the introductions between some of our beautiful males that we've got over here with some of our nicer females that we've got up at the top, and see what ends up potentially going in the incubator early next year. But in the meantime, as I say, lots of empty enclosures there that need something to go in them. Yeah, so if you've got any ideas about what you'd like to see going into these enclosures, I'll do them all as live planted bioactive setups. Give us a shout. Let us know what you think would look cool in there, what you'd like to see done as a live planted setup, and we'll see if we can make that happen for you. Right, so now let's go and do some spider feeding. Okay, so before we start our feeding, what we're going to go through now is just talk a little bit about what we feed to our tarantulas. So I've got 2 colonies of roaches in front, or 2 cultures of roaches in front of me at the moment. First of all, we've got the lateralis roaches, so Turkestans or red runners, you may know them as. Absolutely gazillions of those in there. These are really good for sort of small, medium-sized species. Really easy to keep, really easy to look after. Absolutely no problems at all to keep a colony going. A lot of people do struggle with these initially because they do require some higher humidity, but the higher humidity, not having enough ventilation, can cause colonies to die off quite quickly. Keep your eye on the videos in future, because I'm going to be doing a couple of tutorials on how to put the colonies together, the best things to feed them on, and I'll explain the 2 types of food that I feed them on there, and how to maintain them and keep them growing. So that's the Turkestans or red runners, the lateralis roaches. Okay, we've also got these guys, which are dubia roaches or Dubai roaches, whatever you choose to call them. Much bigger, so as you can see here, they don't move quite as quickly. They're bigger in size for some of your bigger species. The downside to these is they have a tendency to burrow into the soil a little bit. They can play dead, so your tarantulas sometimes don't get an opportunity to jump on them straight away. So you kind of take pot luck with feeding with these, although they are very nutritious and very good for your bigger species. You get some really big chunky roaches in there, as you can see. And again, I will go through at a later date and do a whole tutorial on how to put the colonies together, what to feed them on, temperatures you need to keep them at, and all that sort of stuff. Points to note very quickly though, if you do keep colonies of Dubai roaches and you do feel that you are going to feed them to reptiles, orange is quite a popular food source for them. However, be very careful of citrus fruits, especially if you're looking at breeding any of your reptiles. It's been proven that an excess of citrus fruit diet in your roaches, if you're feeding them to your reptiles, causes a problem with egg production in your reptiles. So just bear that in mind if you're going to go on to breeding these to feed to your lizards and stuff. Orange is okay. It's really good as an extra source of hydration. You don't need any standing water or bug gel in there, which generally tends to lead to sort of mold and stuff as well. So although the orange is good for hydration, don't give it to them too often. Once a week at most And if you're going to do that, make sure it's a good few days before you start feeding the roaches to your reptiles, if you're looking at breeding and expecting egg production and that sort of stuff. Okay, so that's the 2 roach colonies. So we breed all of our own feeder insects for our spiders. We don't buy anything in. We've moved away from crickets because of the risk of bringing in parasites and that sort of stuff. And since we've been doing this, we've had absolutely no problems at all with any of our spiders. So, right, let's get on to some feeding. This first. Everyone that knows me knows I am a huge coffee snob, and I cannot do anything without a cup of coffee. I literally run on caffeine. So first of all, I'd like to introduce you to this girl here. This is my Goliath birdie, t.blondi. She's only a sub-adult female. She's got a lot more growing to do, and it's feeding day to day. So let's see if she's hungry. Yep, she's got that. Let's see if we can get her. Well, there she goes, she's taken both of those. Unfortunately, she didn't come out a little bit further. We'll have a better look at her next time she has a feed, but she's got both of those. So this is our little Mexican red rump. Tlotlicatl vagans, used to be Brachypelma vagans, but has been moved into a new genus. Really nice beginner species, really placid. This is a juvenile at the moment, approximately 2.5 3 inch leg span, and we're going to see if she wants to feed. So our little red runner roach there, and all we're going to do is drop it in. Way straight away, no messing. She's always a good feeder. Let's see if we can get a little bit closer in for a better view. Awesome. Fantastic beginner species, relatively placid nature, very simple to keep, very hardy, absolute gem in any collection. Next up, we've got our little juvenile female Brachypelma homorii, so a Mexican redknee, another beautiful beginner species. Can't go wrong with one of these in your collection. They're really hardy, really simple to look after, no really special requirements. In fact, they kind of like to be left alone. Can be a bit of a pet rock occasionally, but they are a great display species. Oh, she's on the move. So, let's see if she's hungry. Yes. Definitely ready for a feed there. Absolutely no messing about. And there she is chowing down on that lovely little red runner. Okay, next up we've got something a little bit more special. This is going to be the first time introducing a mature male Monocentropus balfoura to a potential mate. So we've got our girl, you can see her legs just poking out of her hide over there at the moment. We've had her for quite a while now. She molted about 5 months ago, so she's absolutely ideal now, ready for pairing off in the hope to get an egg sac from her. And we've got a male down here who you will have seen in some of the previous videos. As you can see, he's been at home in there. These are the remnants of some sperm webs that he's been creating, and there he is. You can see him just on his way out now. His legs are just poking out of the hide. You can see there he goes. He is very, very fast. As you can see, quite skittish. So we just need to give him a chance to calm down. Realise that the female is over there, and see if he wants to go and make friends. He's had a bit of a wander around now. I think he's detected the female. So we're going to watch for him to start sort of making an approach now and start drumming. Fingers crossed that this doesn't end in... There you go, you can see him tapping his pedipalps there now, so he's picked up on her pheromones. Hopefully this doesn't end in disaster. So this female is actually one of my wife's tarantulas. She's here with me now. Say hello, Sarah.
Hello.
So this will be, well, my first time breeding this species, but really her first time breeding one of her own. Oh, she's coming out. Ah, there he goes. He's gyrating a little bit now. He knows she's there. So I know you can't see from your angle there, but it looks like we're getting some successful insertions. So you have a slightly better angle with the underside there. So you should sort of just be able to see what it is he's trying to do. See if we can get that to focus in a little bit. A piece of moss is just in the way there, isn't it? Seems to be overreaching a little bit, getting himself a little bit confused. So that's a good half an hour this has been going on for now. He's getting himself into a very precarious position now. He's reaching far too low behind her. I just don't want her to end up getting frustrated and nail him. Now, I'm pretty sure first couple of times we got some good insertions, so see, he's reaching too far again. Right, let's come back in a few minutes and see how they're getting on. No, that's it, he's backing off now. Looks like he's trying to make a break for it. He's not doing very well on that glass. Looks like she's backing off. I might be heading home. Right, there he is. She's still there. They're going their own separate ways now by the looks of it, so we're going to call it a night. We're getting back into his own enclosure, let him make some more sperm webs, give him a feed, give her a feed, and then we'll reintroduce him again shortly. And there she goes, heading back to her burrow. Thanks everyone for watching. I really hope you've enjoyed the videos today. Just as an added bonus, I just had a thought that I don't really give any of my tarantulas names. So what I thought would be really cool is if we gave an opportunity for you guys to think of some names for our tarantulas. All you have to do is like, subscribe and comment on the video with the name that you think goes with each of the spiders, and at the end of it we'll pick the best one, and that name will go on there on a nice little label on the front of each of their enclosures. So first up we have the t.blondi, the Goliath bird eater. Comment below and let us know what you think her name should be. Next up we've got the Mexican red rump, the Tliuhtecatl X Brachypelma vagans. What do you think we should call her? Then the young female Mexican red knee, the Brachypelma homorii. Think of a good name for her, comment below. And finally, for our pair of lovebirds, the Monocentropus balfori, male and female, who you saw having some sexy time in the video today. Have a think and see what names you can come up with for these two. Once again, thanks very much for watching. Really hope you've enjoyed the content in the video. Remember to leave us a comment on firstly what you think we should do with those empty enclosures that you saw at the beginning of the video, and also what you think names for our tarantulas should be. As always, please like and subscribe. Leave us a comment to tell us what you think of the video, and we'll see you next time. Stay safe.